Today on DNVR Buffs Live, it's top five Thursday. We're doing top 5 faces of the Big 12, top 5 games we're looking forward to, and top 5 hosts on this show. Let's get it. Let's go,
Squad! Coming to you live from the Toyota Lounge, driven by Front Range Toyota. Toyota is the official vehicle of DNVR Buffs Live. Top 5 Thursday is what we're calling it.
yes, sir.
And that sound you heard this morning was East Coast Buff fans letting out a cry for help.
I think they're fine.
Yeah, not really.
I think
aside from the one,
well,
it could have been worse.
They are making it known that the one is not going to be appreciated when it happens.
I mean, that's going to be probably one of the best games of the weekend, I would think.
Has to
college
be.
football.
Has to
So
be.
that's probably going to be the premier game in that kind of time slot that night.
I was letting out a cry for help too, actually. Need your guys' advice. So Delaware game, 1:30. I don't know, what is it? September 12th?
6th.
Okay. That is the first day of the club championships at my golf club.
Oh.
I've already been in contact with the president of the club. Said he can get me the earliest tee time.
Oh, that's love.
7:30.
Congrats. Yikes.
Is it doable?
Where are you golfing?
City Park.
You're going to hit game day traffic, bro.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't think you'd make it on time, bro.
Yeah.
7:30, 8:30, 9:30, 10:30, 11:30. Call it 12. About an hour and a half from the end of the round to get to the stadium.
You going to leave straight from the golf course to Folsom?
I got an hour and a half, so I'll probably catch a quick rinse.
That's what I was thinking. Right, that's what I was
Yeah.
thinking. I
I'm
mean,
not
you
trying
gon-
to show up musty to section
I would hope not.
108.
Yeah, bro. I feel like you're going to be pulling up like right as the game kicking off or
God,
maybe a
that
little into the
stresses
first
me
quarter.
the fuck out. I don't know if I can do it.
That's
I told him, I was like, he's like, you're probably out, huh? And I was like,
Yeah.
it was Bryce. He was like, I don't know. I feel like I'm just going to try.
I feel like even 7 versus 7:30 would be a big difference.
Maybe I can request that.
Yeah.
But even then, like if you miss the first 5 minutes of the first quarter,
Oh, that's not acceptable.
I understand, but like
but also too, the closer you get there to game time, like you mentioned, the traffic is going to be ridiculous. That's
Yeah,
going to
you're
add
gonna
time
have a bad
to
time.
you're going to pull up pissed off like,
Anyone got a helicopter?
hey, bro, you got about what 2-3 months? To,
Yeah.
I know someone with a private plane. So do you.
That's true. I don't think they fly private planes from the golf course to the stadium.
You never know.
Oh man,
All right. Well, maybe I can get a little.
I think 7
Scoot
might
it
do
up a little.
it. 7 might do it.
Today on the show, the University of Indiana is adding a buffalo mascot. We'll talk about that. Mike
What?
Leach, EA CFB 26 has been revealed. Apparently, I'm the only one excited about this. Johnnie Jones has a top 6. Shedeur and Travis leading the NFL in rookie jersey sales. Yes, it's top 5 Thursday. We'll do top 5 faces of the Big 12, top 5 games we're looking forward to. The game times that we got today. We already got week 1 a while ago. That's Georgia Tech. That'll be at 6 p.m. on ESPN. Week 2, we got the home game against Delaware will kick off at 1:30. That'll be broadcasted on Fox. It's a pretty big spot for Delaware, too. That's their second game in the FBS that they're walking into right there.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Week
Who did they
3.
play week 1? Do you know?
I'll look it up here in a second. Week 3, they've got Houston. We're going on the road to Houston. That's a 6:30 local time kickoff on ESPN, 5:30 Mountain.
Can't wait for that one.
Yeah, that one's going to be fun. Week 4, we did not get yet. That is Wyoming. And then week 5, we got big game versus BYU at home, 8:15 Mountain Time on ESPN. Old familiar.
I hate that time so much. Delaware opens up the season with Delaware State.
Congrats to them.
On a Thursday night, so they're going to have a bit of extra rest going into week 2 versus Colorado.
Delaware is the Blue Hens. Delaware State Hornets?
I think you're right. That's Deshaun Jackson, right?
Yeah, Delaware State Hornets.
That's Deshaun Jackson's team, isn't it?
I think that's right, bro. I'm pretty sure that's right.
All right.
Delaware, good football team, man.
I tried to tell you this, bro.
I know. I remember.
Do they have a Flacco descendant at quarterback?
No, actually, I looked this up because Dre was asking me about it upstairs. They had 3 quarterbacks throw 100 passes last season.
Whoa. Because they had Flacco, and they also had Flacco's little brother.
I did not know that. But yeah, they had 3 guys. One of them is returning. I think 2 of the 3 are actually returning. But yeah, there you go. So basically all of September, we have kickoff times, just waiting on that Wyoming game that is at home. I'd imagine that'd be an earlier start time.
I've heard that things are looking good for that to be an earlier start time.
All right, excellent. But not bad, all things considered. I mean, first 8-15 game, end of September, week 5. I'll take that.
Yeah, and I mean, we're probably going to get more than we want.
Sure.
But if I had to get one, I would rather have it early in the season than later.
Yeah,
No doubt.
no doubt. I mean, weather's going to
That's what I mean.
absolutely help us out for sure.
25 of 29 games in the Coach Prime era that at least been scheduled out through the 2025 season on national television.
And one of them was mandated Pac-12 network.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Which, by the way, that was supposed to be true of us last year, too. And they just
Yeah.
quietly
they did.
didn't hold us to that standard.
Yeah, I
We
remember
were
that.
supposed to have one on ESPN Plus last year.
Yep.
And someone somewhere was just like, no, we're not going to do that.
But Colorado is clearly, I mean, we all know this. Coach Prime is basically the face of the Big 12, if not college football right now. These kickoff times and networks kind of prove that. The Big 12 released a ton of times today. And as you said, bunch of games on ESPN Plus, games on TNT and HBO.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see
College football on HBO?
Yeah. TNT and HBO.
What the hell?
Yep.
that. What the hell?
We'll see if, I mean,
Clinton Portis is Delaware State's running backs coach?
yes, he is. I forgot about
so
that.
sick.
Shout out to one of the GOATs, bro.
I love Clinton Portis back in the day, bro.
Bro.
He was so dope.
Oh, my Lord.
I have
He
a
was
Clinton
so
Portis
cold.
signed picture. I was obsessed.
Me too. He was the coldest dude of all time. That game against the Chiefs just lives in my mind endlessly.
Have I told the Clinton Portis story on this show about him at the in the post game locker room?
I think I know what you're talking about, but please tell it again.
It's my favorite, one of
I
my
don't think I've heard
favorite
it.
interviews of all time. So there's like, you know, how, like a lot of times like the news stations hire like a very like fresh out of college, whatever, like girl. So there's this girl doing a post game interview with Clinton Portis, and he's shirtless. All he has on is just this fat chain. So they're like, all right, let's toss it to her in the locker room. And she's like, I'm here with Clinton Portis here in the locker room after a big performance. And look at this. He's even got the Clinton Portis chain on because it says CP in big letters. He just goes, nah, that don't stand for Clinton Portis. That stands for country pimp. And I legitimately, and the girl's just like, all right.
Like, what do you even respond to that? And I never heard Country Pimp before. That's hilarious.
oh, my
G.
Lord.
It's literally, I've never been able to find the video too either. It only exists in my brain.
Shout out Clinton Portis, man.
An actual GOAT, man.
That's too funny.
Let's do top 5 faces of the Big 12 then.
Let's
Yeah.
get it, man.
I mean, number 1, should we start from number 1 and go down then?
Yeah, let's do that.
Because, again, it's pretty obvious, is it not?
It's got to be, bro.
Number
Wait,
1.
number 1 face of the Big 12?
Yeah.
Are we talking people or programs?
What do you think?
I was thinking people,
That's what I was thinking, but
players / coaches.
So this is just 2025 then, right?
yeah, where
Yeah.
we're at right now.
Okay. Well, yeah, then it's obvious. The number one face of the Big 12 is Deion Coach Prime Sanders.
It's a fact.
In fact, yeah. It's almost like he's too big to be the face of the Big 12.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
He is
I don't-
bigger than the Big 12.
that's what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, do people even associate him with the Big 12, or is he just so above the Big 12 that it's...
I think it'll take years for him to be in the Big 12 for people to like really, associate the Big 12 with Coach Prime, because like you said, he is his own entity,
Yep.
and his entity is bigger than the Big 12 in pretty much every football conference, I would assume, aside from maybe the SEC, Big 10, and that all depends on how you look at it. But yeah, he has to be. And yesterday, or actually later today, there's a Big 12 business meeting, football coaches media availability. 2 coaches are going to be there. One is Kenny Dillingham, the reigning champ of the Big 12. Can you guess who the other coach is going to be there?
Coach Prime.
No.
Oh,
That's what you would think, right?
Yes.
That's what you would think, because the face of the league, again, the business meetings, probably their only spring availability that we're going to get for the Big 12 prior to.
I'm sure he just declined.
And that's possible. I was going to throw that out as a, a caveat, but they might have asked him, and he might have been like, I got something else going on, or
He
maybe
just said,
simply didn't want to do
I'm
it.
good.
No. Yeah.
But instead, they settled on Lance Leipold. And that's how you know that in terms of faces of the Big 12, it's Coach Prime and everybody else. Right?
You ever
down
been
here.
invited by someone to do something and you know that you weren't their first option?
We've all been there.
Like you get a text from like a fringe friend to play golf and you're like, dang, how many people did you go through before you invited me?
For real.
That has to be how Lance Leipold felt when he got this call.
for real.
For sure. Number 2, Brett Yormark.
I think that's probably correct.
That's interesting. I don't.
He's been like loud enough and
Yeah.
out in front of things enough that I think people know who
How long
he
has he
is.
been the commissioner of the Big 12 now? Not
Like 3 years.
right, and that's super long, right? Yeah.
Yeah. I think 22 might have been his first year. No, Dion says
The guy before him
2022.
sucked.
Who even was it before him?
BB, I think his name was.
All I know is he's damn better than Klyovkov or whoever the Pac-12 guy was.
Hey, that's a friend of the program, bro. He's been on our show.
I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, I can't believe we had him on our show.
Your mark over all the other coaches and all the players in the conference?
So there's one person campaigning loudly for Mike Gundy to be second here.
I would assume Mike Gundy would probably be on this list.
I think so
I
too.
think so. Is he next? Number 3?
Sure.
It'd be him or Dillingham.
Well, hold
right?
on. Yeah,
I was gonna say Kenny is
I would probably put Dillingham here because he had a lot of viral moments last year.
He did.
He, obviously was in the college football playoff. Probably should have beat Texas.
Yeah.
He has the personality for it too.
Yep.
You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like
Yep.
he seems like a likable dude. Obviously him being one of the youngest coaches in the FBS, right? Maybe the youngest.
Probably just
think
one of at
One
this
of the
point.
youngest. I mean,
He's
that
gotta be
obviously-
close.
for sure. I mean, his youth is obviously helps him make him relatable to people in our age.
I think the
bracket, but
Texas State coach is younger than him.
Really?
I think I remember that maybe being a thing when they played this
Yeah.
past year. Yeah. I'm cool with Kenny D right here, and then Gundy potentially at 4.
Is there any player who has a case for this?
Who's the best player in the Big 12?
Either of Colorado's quarterbacks?
I mean,
A lot of people would say Sam Levitt.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, I mean, well, he's not going to make it if Kenny D's on here. You're not going to have 2 Sun Devils on the
No,
top 5
no
faces in the
shot.
Big 12.
No
I
shot.
can't pick. Can you picture Sam Levitt's face right now?
No.
He can't be on.
No.
He can't be on.
No.
Kelvin Sampson?
Wow.
Yeah, Bill Self.
We're not talking about basketball, bro. This is a well-published, not basketball show.
Oh man.
Kyle Whittingham, I don't think is out there enough.
I don't think so.
He's
either.
well respected for sure, but
Yeah.
And
Again, that like face of,
Paul head coach for Baylor.
we probably again should have established what face of means before we started this, but like to be the face of, you have to be a representative, a person that people look to
for sure.
on issues revolving around the Big 12. You
Yeah.
know, like just a spokesperson directly or indirectly.
Yeah, like I mean, Coach Prime says anything about the state of college football, everyone immediately listens.
Yes.
No doubt.
Almost more than the commissioner of the damn conference, honestly.
I think we could definitely put Kenny Dillingham 3 here.
Yeah, put Dillingham 3, we'll put Gundy 4.
So wait, who's the best player in the Big 12? Jordan Seaton?
I'd say that, yeah. But I don't think that's a very popular opinion outside of Colorado or these spaces.
Over the next 2 years, Jordan Seaton will absolutely be the highest drafted player from the Big 12.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
that's obviously on the table for sure. I'm just literally trying to rack my brain. Like, I don't think there's any other quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying? Any other quarterbacks aside from Sam Levitt who would really consider even for this.
So
The running backs are gone. You know, the elite receivers. I mean, who's even the best receiver?
is
would you
Avery
say?
Johnson the most famous like quarterback?
I don't even know.
Fafita?
It's
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. I feel like people don't really know or rock with Avery Johnson like that outside of,
Nationally,
like,
absolutely
yeah,
not.
You know what I'm
no.
saying? Yeah. So
just wait until the draft people get their eyes on him. They're going to be obsessed.
facts, bro.
4, we're doing Gundy.
Definitely.
Also, he's absolutely drawing a Trevor Lawrence comp from someone at some point just because of his hair.
Absolutely, he is.
Yeah, Gundy's fine here. Wow, 5. I have no
Yeah, I mean,
thoughts.
Chip?
Ralphie.
Dylan? Dylan, not yet.
Dylan Edwards?
Yeah.
A
I
face
think-
of the Big 12?
I said not yet, but I think he caught a lot of attention with that bowl game at the end of the year.
Yeah, he's
And-
gonna have a lot of buzz this year going into the year.
And people obviously know he left Colorado to go to Kansas State. Like, people know that.
Yeah, only because he was at Colorado.
Exactly. Sure.
No disrespect.
We need one more, but yeah, we got to go to break.
Oh, geez. Hello. Time flies when you're having fun.
Should we just go to break?
Yeah, let's just do that.
Is that cool, Dion? Yeah. Okay. Shout out to our friends over at Coors Light. Shout out Coors Light. It's Coors Light season. Time to chill by the pool.
85 degrees on Sunday. Wee.
Yeah, today's a milder day.
Mm-hmm.
Still a Coors Light type of day, though.
Sure is.
I mean, it's basically Friday in like 40 minutes, right? For us, at least.
Yeah,
Why?
Sure.
Because the show's done for today.
Which means it's
Oh, I
Friday,
see what you're
pretty
saying.
much.
Okay.
Yeah, we can crack open a Coors Light guilt-free after the show.
Surely.
And I hope the chat and everyone out there listening does the same. Shout out Coors Light, though. Refreshing, crisp. Just the beer that hits the most on a nice summer day out here in Colorado. You can get our friends Coors Light delivered straight to your door by visiting CoorsLight.com/DNVR. Make the most out of the times you choose to chill. Choose Coors Light. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado beer.
And if you don't have it delivered straight to your door, you might need a car. And if you need a car, you should get a Toyota.
Facts.
You can drive it to grab a case of Coors Light, and of course, leave those containers sealed until you get home.
Absolutely.
You could drive it up to the mountains for a camping trip, where you're definitely going to want to have a few Coors Lights. You can drive it all over the beautiful state of Colorado or wherever you live, and you can count on your Toyota to be reliable, consistent, and just an all-around fantastic machine. So if you Need a new car, or you just want the best cars? Go and visit a Front Range Toyota store at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics and the official vehicle of DNVR.
We still need a fifth face.
By the way,
Big 12.
most famous quarterback in the Big 12 is for sure Julian Lewis.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Just answering my own
Does
question.
any other team have a 5-star quarterback that's come in the last, like 2 cycles? I don't think so. Unless
Tech got not a 5-star, but a high touted 4-star.
I'm pretty sure they didn't get a 5-star QB, but I completely agree. It's definitely Juju.
Yep.
Do we put Julian?
I think it's a little early for Julian. But
We got to pick someone.
by the way,
Robert Livingston.
honestly, my answer to this might be whoever the starting quarterback for Colorado is.
Let's put that. Colorado starting QB.
Colorado starting QB.
We don't even know.
But if you think about it, like,
You're right.
like all of these nationally televised games, what are they going to put on
Exactly.
the graphic? They're going to say, Julian Lewis in Colorado, or, Coach Prime Julian Lewis in Colorado take on whoever BYU's backup quarterback is in BYU.
Yeah. Honestly, I think the answer is probably Jordan Seaton, but we could put Colorado starting quarterback.
No, we could. There's got to be someone else. What are the coaches? Who are the coaches we're not thinking?
You
of?
think what? Joey McGuire? You can
No,
put
a
him
lot
up
of people
there?
in the comments said Joey McGuire.
Aranda,
No one knows what Joey McGuire looks like.
Sataki.
Sataki,
I
Aranda.
feel like he don't got a personality though. You know what I'm saying? The same with Aranda. They're so dry.
Yeah.
And not. I don't want to say boring, but
Scott Frost.
Sataki's got personality.
I feel like he showed it a little bit during the Alamo Bowl, like low-key because he was like next to Prime, and like I feel like Prime kind of made him comfortable, like maybe brought him out of his show a little bit, but I don't know.
The whole chat is saying
Matt Campbell
Bucky.
is like
It's a good answer, but people don't associate Bucky with the Big 12.
No. We need to pick someone.
It can't be Jordan Seaton because he's an offensive lineman, for better or for worse.
So does this mean the actual answer is Sam Levitt?
No one knows what Sam Levitt looks like.
should we just give Witt the nod here?
Is it DNVR Buffs?
It might be DNVR Buffs, bro.
Is it Whittingham? He's been there for forever, dog.
He's not, no.
But not in the Big 12, though.
True. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Y'all are right. Y'all are right.
I don't know. Rich Rod? I get you fired up?
Willie Fritz?
Yeah, Willie Fritz.
Ralphie?
Sonny Dykes.
Mark Johnson?
Peggy, bro.
I mean, she is kind of a star, bro. Like,
I mean, literally, you put Peggy on any page on social media, that's 500,000 likes.
Honestly, Peggy's the best answer I've heard yet.
she was on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
She was. Put Peggy.
Screw it.
Peggy's the number 5 face of the Big 12. Oh,
I
man.
dare anybody to disagree, too.
What a beautiful top 5.
Yeah, toss us to our guy at on 3.
Shout
See
out
if he
Josh.
disagrees.
Oh, man.
There it is. What a beautiful list.
Beauty.
I'm interested to see who's most mad about this. I'm guessing Utah fans.
Oh, we're definitely posting this one.
Yeah. Post the hell out of this.
All right. We'll do another top 5 here in a second. We'll give Dion a bit to set up.
I had a question for y'all I wanted to ask yesterday.
What's up?
Yesterday, obviously, new Colorado football players reported ahead of the summer strength and conditioning program that begins on Monday. Of the new guys, the 14 spring transfers, who are y'all most excited to see here? Whose career kind of arc interests you the most of those kind of 14 new guys?
Career arc is Sincere Brown. But guy I'm most excited to see is Trackhawk.
Ooh, good answer. I'm finding myself back on the Jaheim Otis train.
Let's go, bro. Never left.
Yep. So I'm really excited to see.
I like that answer. Now give me somebody from the spring.
Yeah.
Wait. What's
Like
He came
Xavier
to the
Hill, Sincere Brown, Larry Johnson.
someone who wasn't on the team. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I would go Trackhawk.
Yeah, man. I think people are beginning to come around a little bit on the talent that he is. And I love the Sincere Brown story, and that probably would have been my answer. But
Y'all are insane, bro.
we've been asked a handful of times this offseason about like who's going to be the first Buff drafted in 2026. Mm-hmm. And I don't think we mentioned Sincere Brown. And I feel like that is a very valid answer.
Absolutely.
6'5", moving the way that he does, coming off of the 1,000-yard season last year at Campbell. If he has the season that, I feel like even just Will Shepherd had, right?
Bro, he puts up Zay Weaver or Will Shepherd
exactly.
stats for sure.
I mean, there are going to be teams that fall in love with, his kind of attributes and what he could potentially turn into at the NFL level.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Again, the most productive receiver on this roster, this season. So I think Sincere Brown could potentially be a dog. And that would be scary.
That's an interesting way to look at it, though, in terms of like career arc.
Right.
Like that. Like Xavier Hill, where did he start out at? Somewhere big, right?
LSU.
LSU.
Started a couple games at LSU.
Goes
went
to Memphis.
Started 26 straight games, and now he's at Colorado. In terms of like the best players from the spring editions, I think it's going to be Xavier Hill because I think he's going to be a day one starter, obviously super impactful. But,
At right tackle.
potentially. We'll guess we'll have to wait and see. But Noah King even too. I just came across
Absolutely
this
Noah
recently.
King.
And I don't know if we mentioned this on the show because I think it was the first time I saw it at least. Kansas State's highest rated defensive commit since 2013.
Yep.
In over a decade. It's Noah King. Still a true freshman. He's a buff. That's crazy to think about.
Do you think Kleiman jumped into a pool after they signed him? Actually, they did sign him.
They did, right?
That's crazy. You can't even celebrate a signing anymore.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's a wild time.
QB1 asks when DNVR is doing the new depth chart.
We're doing starters tomorrow.
Tomorrow, big dog. Tap in with us.
Starters
wait.
tomorrow.
Also, Keith, just so you know, younger does not equal faster with Buffalo. In fact, one of the problems with the current Buffalo is that she's too young.
Yep.
Interesting. What's their prime?
Like 5, probably.
How old was Ralphie 5 when she was doing it?
Hold on, let me find out when Buffalo's
Dion
prime
just
is.
shakes his head in memory of Ralphie 5.
Prime breeding age, 6 to 10.
That's not what we were asking. Trackhawk is
Honestly,
DeKalen
prime
Taylor.
breeding age has got to be pretty equivalent to your prime everything.
Yeah,
age.
that's true. DeKalen Taylor, Heaven's Demon.
I'm currently in my prime breeding age.
Oh my god.
4 to 8 prime speed.
Wow, this is as good as she gets.
How old is Ember?
Like that age. Didn't she start when she was like 2 or 3?
I'm guessing, yeah. I mean, I've already made my feelings about this well publicized after the BYU game. That was the final straw for me.
Yeah. Well, actually, we have plenty more Buffalo mascot talk.
I tried to not.
Second.
I tried to not complain about Ralphie for a long time,
You did.
You really did.
and then that happened in that stadium. It was so electric atmosphere, and
Yeah, that was
the
rough.
tone was set for what was about to happen.
It's because
Too.
Ralphie embarrassed all of us in public
yes,
at somebody else's house.
Yes.
Embarrassed all of us. That was can't come back from that, I don't think.
On a holiday week, too.
Yeah. It's one thing to do that in Folsom Field, but to do it somewhere else,
Brutal.
can't have it.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
Let's take our next break, and then we'll do top 5 games we're looking forward to.
Shout out to the squad over at Empire today, y'all. Listen, y'all know just like your favorite team needs a home court advantage, your home needs a home floor advantage, and Empire Today can help you do that because Empire Today has flooring experts, dedicated flooring professionals who can focus on flooring every single day. Whether you're trying to do a DIY, do-it-yourself project at home, or maybe you're just looking to upgrade your flooring at your spot, Empire Today is your best bet. Empire Today lives and breathes flooring, and they will be with you every step of the way because it's a whole different ball game. Their flooring experts bring the showroom right to your home so you can pick the right flooring and the right colors for your space. You can see how it looks with your furniture in your house. You can also get precise measurements taken and have all your questions answered so there are zero surprises. With Empire Today, you get clear, upfront, and all-inclusive pricing. Plus, you can schedule installation as soon as the next day. So schedule a free in-home estimate today because some things are just better at home. DNVR listeners can receive a $350 discount when using promo code DNVR. Yes, you heard that right. A $350 discount with code DNVR. Restrictions apply. Visit Empire Today/DNVR for full details. Shout out to Empire Today.
And also shout out to our friends over at Lucy. Shout out, Lucy. Another one. When you're out on the golf course, doing whatever outside this summer, make sure you got that can of Lucy's on you. 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco free. You can get the pouches, you can get the breakers. They make gum too, right?
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. So you can get, you got 3 options there. You can set up a subscription, get it delivered straight to your door. You can get a sampler pack, try all their flavors. Or you can just go get the mango. It's one I recommend. RK is a big fan of the mint. Level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/DNVR. Use that promo code DNVR, and you'll get 20% off your first order. Lucy also has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. Again, that's lucy.co. Use code DNVR to get 20% off. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical. What's up, Nate? All right, second top 5.
Skid it.
Games we're looking forward to the most this year.
Let me get this schedule pulled up.
Ooh-wee.
Who wants to kick it off? And which way are we going?
Yeah, which way are we going?
Are we not coming to a consensus?
We
sure,
are,
can do
but
that.
are we starting 5 or 1?
Yeah, let's start 5. Or, I don't know. If we're coming to
It's
a
always-
consensus, we should probably do 1 then.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll throw out Georgia Tech.
Yeah, to me that is the one. Now, I say this with the understanding that week 1 games are always weird, and it's probably going to be stressful and weird and odd.
Sure.
But this is going to be the first look at the team.
And it's a good measuring stick game, too.
For sure. If Colorado wins, I'm assuming Georgia Tech is probably going to go into that game ranked.
I could definitely see that.
I'm pretty sure they're like 7-point favorites.
That's insane.
That is
Let's see if
wild.
I can find a number on this.
I'm assuming they're going to be probably in the late teens to the 20 preseason heading into week 1. And if Colorado wins that game, I think it'll be kind of similar to what we saw early in 2023. Different from the standpoint of obviously, Georgia Tech not coming off a national championship appearance like TCU was. But again, if Colorado wins that game against a likely ranked Georgia Tech team, they'll probably enter week 2 in the top 25, I would assume.
Yeah.
And that would be a great start to the season. And it's what they need to do. Again, like you said, it'll be a great test. Glad you get it at home in front of your home crowd. But that's going to be, I definitely agree with that probably being number 1.
Georgia Tech minus 3.5.
Okay. And as a lot of people in the chat said, it's the start of a new era, too. I think that's the biggest thing with this. We get to finally see the team, of course, but we get to see someone else other than Shedeur Sanders under center for the first time in 2 years. Lots of questions will be answered that night.
The first time we get to see a Coach Prime team with a quarterback other than Shedeur. And
Yeah, facts.
I don't even know
Ever.
how long. Right, ever.
Without any of his kids on the team.
Crazy.
Number 2, lots of good games to pick from. Who wants to throw one out?
I will throw out Arizona State.
It's a big one. End of the year, at home.
Coming off a bye.
We should
Got it at
know
home.
who these two teams are at that point.
For sure.
I mean, we definitely will.
Yeah, and obviously Arizona State just won the Big 12. They're returning their quarterback, who's got a lot of hype. They're returning their top receiver, who is a former Buff, by the way. It's going to be a matchup of the two of the top three faces of the Big 12, and Coach Prime and Kenny Dillingham. Yeah. It's a compelling matchup for sure.
Coach Prime already with a 1-0 lead over Kenny Dillingham.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. Are you?
Yeah, I like ASU number 2.
Number 3. Another home game or at TCU?
Or
I'm looking at a different road game.
K-State? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big one.
Regular season finale.
Is it really?
Sure is.
Sure is.
Winner of that game could potentially clinch a spot in the Big 12 championship game. Obviously, it was a hell of a game last season. It literally came down to the last couple minutes. Kansas State, again, is returning their quarterback. They're returning their other top offensive weapon, who was a former Buff, like Arizona State. Well coached. That's going to be a great game. I can't wait for that one. And as you mentioned, we'll definitely know who both of those teams are when they play at that point.
Yep.
Ray with a good point here. First year at Jackson State, no Shedeur.
Very true.
Yeah, I think he...
Wasn't that COVID, though? Wasn't that COVID year?
Yeah, Shedeur was... I think he ended up committing, but because the season was played in the spring, he wasn't on the team.
Gotcha.
Number 3.
Didn't we just determine
Oh,
Kansas
yeah,
State
that's
is number 3?
K-State. Number 4, then.
I'm pretty... the one I'm looking forward to, I might even have it higher on this list, is at West Virginia.
I'm looking forward to that more so for the road trip, too, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Is that your main reason, too, why you're looking forward to that one?
Yeah, it's like a team that we haven't played in a really long time.
Could be a little bit of a statement game, too, right? I mean, this team has used the transfer portal the last 3 years now to rebuild their roster. West Virginia just did the same thing. You put it on them, you can't do it like us type of thing.
Yeah. I also think Houston is a candidate here. First conference game.
Mm-hmm.
At TCU.
At TCU, for sure.
I don't know what you call it. It's the sequel to the movie.
Yes, it is. We just need what was that, an early kickoff? Noon? Big noon? For that one?
It was big noon.
It was hot.
I remember we left for the tailgate when the sun was still not up.
Yeah, it was like rising. I'm fine with TCU. West Virginia.
What do you like here, Scotty?
I'm cool with either of those. I'm looking forward to the Utah game. I don't know how y'all feel about that.
Going to Utah is going to be tough.
It's going to be, coming off a bye
For multiple reasons.
That raucous environment, it's going to be crazy. But I'm excited to go to West Virginia to see our guy.
Pac-Man?
See our guy Pac-Man. And I'm excited to go to TCU too, just because of how y'all talked about the last trip to TCU and how that went.
So let's put TCU here. And then West Virginia last.
Sure.
Unless anyone wants to make a case for any other game.
You more so looking forward to West Virginia over Utah?
I'd say so. I do think the Utah game could be a better game, though.
It's going to be us 4, Pac-Man, Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
We're going to have a night.
It's going to be insane. It's going to be a movie.
Bro. Are we saying, Carlton mentions BYU. Are we kind of just leaving them off with their quarterback situation potentially in flux? I think a lot of people are going to be looking forward to that game.
Yeah, they want some revenge.
You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, aside from the revenge factor, though, that game doesn't really... I mean, it's two top teams in the Big 12, too.
It's a late night game, too, which I guess is cool.
But madness happens at Folsom on those late night games.
Yes. 100% of the time.
We should do like a report of what all the night games in the Coach Prime era have been. So I'm pretty sure there's something like they've all been within one score.
A lot of them have.
If you think about the blowouts, that's Utah and Oklahoma State.
Cincinnati was a 2-possession game, I think. But
Nebraska was a blowout. That was a day game.
Yep.
And then all the crazy ones: CSU, Baylor,
ASU the
Kansas
first year.
State, ASU. Well, that was not at Folsom, but
Okay. Folsom. Oregon State was a close game.
Yep.
NDSU.
NDSU, great game.
That was so stressful.
And then I will not say the word, but that game too.
Yeah, please don't. I almost had it out. See, I had to reach for it in there. I almost pushed it all the way out.
All right. Okay.
I don't know what this is a reference to, but Johnny Snacks says BYU ranked the Colorado fan base in the quote "not cool" category.
Who's BYU to call people not cool?
Yeah, I mean that's a fact. But
That's
also,
crazy.
I would say like the interactions at the Alamo Bowl were all very positive.
Yeah, they were.
They were.
All right, news and notes. Shedeur and Travis are number 1 and 2 in rookie jersey sales right now. Not surprising.
It's not surprising, but I don't like to take this stuff for granted because you know who's seeing this stuff?
Recruits.
Recruits.
Mm-hmm.
And we've said it so many times when it comes to like NIL or anything like that. Like, come to Colorado and become famous, become a superstar in a way that you couldn't do anywhere. And we talked about it a lot in the Julian Lewis recruitment. It's like you come to Colorado, you're starting quarterback of Colorado, you are immediately a superstar. And it's cool that it's not just a quarterback in Shedeur, it's also a skill position player in Travis, where it's like you come here and you ball out, you're going to rise above all of your peers when it comes to popularity and all of those things. And there's more to it than just that. And obviously Shedeur and Travis are both incredibly dynamic people to go along with it. But you can't help but notice if you're a 5-star Sedarian Morgan looking at this and looking at how much of a superstar you could become at Colorado.
By the way, Sedarian Morgan recruitment heating up. We're about a month away, right?
He's July 2.
I think he is.
Yeah, a lot of these guys are going to be coming up soon. Janari Carr here within in a month. I think there's another one. I think Zedarian's July 2nd, and there's somebody else who Colorado is in July 5th. He's August 2nd.
Oh, okay.
There's another one I think like July 5th as well. So a lot of, but like you said, that just can't be understated. The visibility that you get as a college football player coming to Colorado, whether it's being on national TV every week, whether it's being in commercials, whether it's, just being the face of a Big 12 or one of the most notable faces in a Power 4 football conference because of where you're playing and who your coach is. Recruits who can play care about that type of stuff. Like when they're deciding between other, blue chips, so to speak, programs, that's a factor that's going to play a role in at least some guys' recruitment. And Colorado has that box checked probably more than anybody.
Yeah, I mean, whoever the next Julian Lewis, Jordan Seaton, Draylon Miller, DJ McKinney out there has to take note of that. Has to.
Yep.
2026 4-star offensive tackle Johnnie Jones released his top 6 yesterday. He is the 141st overall player, 11th ranked offensive tackle, and an interesting top 6. UCLA, Ole Miss, Penn State, FSU, Vanderbilt, CU.
He's got like all of the country covered in it.
And speaking of that, kind of going right into what we were just talking about with the visibility in Johnnie Jones Jr., he was on a visit. I remember he had the early spring visit in April.
He was before everyone.
He was there the weekend of the pro day. So he was in Boulder where the entire NFL world was in Boulder, where NFL networking, ESPN was in Boulder, watching these next buffs, going into the NFL. And Johnnie Jones was able to be in the building where, again, the entire NFL world descended on Boulder, Colorado. Yep. And I think he got a taste of what it'll be like if he comes to Boulder. And I'm sure that made an impact on him. But like you mentioned, that top 6 is interesting, and he doesn't have a date set yet, does he?
Not on 247.
Yeah. Be a big ad, big fella.
Well, EA College Football 26 reveal was today. Again, I'm the only person excited about this, so I'll move through this quickly.
Why you keep saying that, bro? Why you keep speaking for me?
Tell me about what you're excited about from what you saw today, Scotty.
The coaches in the game.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That gets you pumped up.
I'm trying to see if Coach Prime going to be in there.
No Deion Sanders appearance in the trailer today.
Right. But that doesn't rule out that he might be in the game. But
Yeah, we'll see. Do you think Belichick's in there?
that's going to be my next
He's
thing.
never in Madden.
I want to see if Bill's going to be in there. I want to see if Bill and Jordan are
No.
going to be in there.
Jordan. You know how they like
Just
make
make
up
Jordan
a fake.
one of the fans. And the, yes.
No, I was gonna say, you know, they make like a fake name for the like Patriots head coach. That's just gonna be Jordan Hudson.
Bill Hudson.
It's probably going to be the most used coach name in this
Wouldn't
game.
you?
Jordan
Wouldn't you
Hudson.
troll him if you were a developer and he didn't agree to be in the game?
Of course.
I would say that at this point last year was Shedeur confirmed in the game.
No.
Did they release a trailer before he was in it?
Yeah,
and
I
it was
think
just
so.
Travis.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, because Travis was one of the first few to like put an ad out there and say that he was going to be in it. But yeah, I do remember people wondering for a little while of whether Shedeur would be in there.
Yeah, and I remember when we found out he was. I was on a plane.
Anyways, this thing looks awesome though. The like presentation of it looks like they went up another level in terms of stadium presentation, pregame stuff.
Is there any Colorado in the trailer?
I don't think so, no. They're changing some things with the wear and tear. The system that kind of gave us all headaches in last year's
hated
game.
that.
They're adding like dynamic subs for it now. So you don't even have to, and formation subs are back in the game. Thank God. So that's big time. The home field advantages are going to get even more intense in this year's game. You know how bad it was last year?
Yep.
It's going to get even more intense.
I hated the wear and tear thing.
You got a trophy
Lost
case
Travis
now?
Hunter in the national championship.
Yeah, that's brutal. You got a trophy case now, so it's actually tracking
crazy.
your accomplishments instead of last
I'm
time.
going to be flexing on Foles.
Cross-play Dynasty. PlayStation and Xbox can play together in Dynasty now. Road to Glory is taking you back to high school. You even get to do the pick the hat for the commitment thing. You can even decommit.
Nice.
The transfer portal is fixed in Dynasty.
That was good.
Instead
That
of
was bad.
3 2-stars available to you, you should have plenty of more players. Team builders back. They set a lot of new formations and plays.
Yeah, I thought I saw 1,000 new plays.
Yep. Honestly, the formation subs is the biggest thing.
All them damn new plays, everybody's still going to be running the same 4 to 5 plays.
Oh, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
This is why I play offline only.
5 wide, 4 verts with a drag.
Yeah,
Cheese.
good mesh.
Travis Hunter just
Good mesh.
Cheese.
Nah, NCAA, this football game, they're going to have to beat the Madden allegations, though. They're going to have to beat the allegations that they just reprinting this damn game with a roster update and, you know, sending it out every year. Because that's obviously what Madden did and still does for the longest time.
They were
And
pretty good with this series and making changes before it went away.
Yeah, they were. They were. But I don't know how much of that is just, at least me personally, just being younger and not really remembering.
True. I mean,
that, but-
honestly, all they need, in my opinion, all they need to do is add more depth into Dynasty in this year's game, and it's
It
so
feels like
much
they
better.
never, like the EA developers never care about Dynasty or franchise.
No, they only care about Ultimate Team, of course.
So I'll be surprised if they add more in Dynasty. Although it sounds like, so you can cross-play Dynasty now. Mm-hmm. Do you know how many teams?
32.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah. Would have been cooler to just bump that up a little.
Yeah.
I'm considering. I'm
Do it.
more excited about it now than I was a couple hours ago. So good job.
Okay.
But I think I'm retired.
You should watch the trailer, bro. It looks dope. So we haven't really talked about him too much on this show, but Mike Leach, football legend, college football legend. When he passed away, unexpectedly and honestly tragically before the season, what was it, last year?
More than
think
that.
2 years ago, whenever it happened, he was just short of being eligible for the College Football Hall of Fame. You had to have a 60% win percentage to make it. He had 59.5. The College Football Hall of Fame has changed that, so he's probably going to be a Hall of Famer. Shout out to the Pirate.
Good for the NCAA. That's the right move because he's obviously deserving. One of the greatest ever, at least of my generation.
For sure.
On the coaching level of college football.
I mean, the dude won at Wazoo and Texas Tech, bro.
And he did it like his own way. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could tell, like, oh, that's a Mike Leach style offense. Or there's a Mike Leach
crazy is he
influence
left
here.
Such influences on the places that he went that they're still running those systems.
Colorado, look at their offense last year. I mean, that was
sure.
pretty much air raid spread. Like,
Well, and Brett Bartolone.
exactly. Brett Bartolone is really the only real Leach connection
Played for
that
him,
we
right,
know
outside?
of. Yeah, played for Mike Leach at Wazoo. Actually joined Prime's coaching staff at, I think, Jackson due to a recommendation directly from Coach Leach to Coach Prime. So
All my real take on this has nothing to do with Mike Leach, who was absolutely a legend and has some of the best quotes of all time. Why is there a win percentage thing to get into the Hall of Fame? Like, it's called the Hall of Fame. Just figure it out. You don't need parameters.
yeah, that's true.
There's got to be a committee, right?
I have no idea how the college football
Or is it
works.
literally you just have to hit these milestones and then you're in?
Because didn't Cliff Branch get in 22 that first game, right?
Yeah.
And he obviously hadn't played for 40 some years or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. So there is a committee that's determining this. Why is there rules? Just put the name up, decide if they're worthy, and then move on.
Facts.
Well, Mike Leach doesn't have to worry about that. His family doesn't have to worry about that anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
Last thing I got, Indiana are announcing the return of their Bison mascot. First off, never even knew this was a thing. But they had a massive like promotional video, like in the style of Star Wars, that went out today announcing this. Guess what they're naming the Bison?
Oh, no.
Billy.
No.
Does it start with a B?
No.
Ralph.
No.
What is it?
Or just start-
Hoosier.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, they had a buffalo as the university's mascot from 1965 to 1969.
Are they bringing a live buffalo?
I think so, bro.
Bro, this is aura farming.
I mean,
I lived in Indiana for a year and I ain't seen not one buffalo.
so it says here, the mascot was, it's on the state seal of Indiana.
Yeah, I knew that. Like the flag, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, they just doing anything.
Oh, no, it's not on the flag. So maybe I didn't know that.
What is a Hoosier?
Somebody from the Hoosier state.
It's a buffalo now.
A Hoosier is literally just someone from Indiana.
Oh, really?
Dang, they do have some sick old school logos with that buffalo.
Really?
This one.
Okay, that is kind of tight.
Wow.
Everyone wants to be us, man. It's okay.
Shout out to Indiana for making DNVR's top 20 yesterday. Not everybody makes that.
That is the show. We made it.
That was a good one. Let's see what the people have to say in the
Not all
Toyota
that
chat.
bad. What's up, Lawrence? Says, I asked in an earlier super chat, who are the stars on CU? I meant, who do you see as the national stars, true NIL, like Travis and 12 and not collective?
We're already calling Shedeur 12.
Yes, sir. DJ?
Jordan Seaton,
Yep.
DJ McKinney, Draylon Miller, Amarian Miller. Would be my top 4.
Julian.
And then
Both the
whatever the
quarterbacks.
quarterback is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's right.
What's up, Dave Feo Boutique? With the field upgrade, do you guys think we should get some swag, like a gold 30-yard line or something? But not a crazy full field color. I like that.
That'd be kind of dope.
What are you laughing about?
I was laughing at Deion's reaction to the comment. You know what I always kind of liked And actually, I don't even know if they do. I think they still do it. You know how LSU, again, they might still do this.
Every 5 yards.
Yeah. I kind of always like that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
And maybe it was because LSU was the only one, or at least the major
Yeah,
program
it's just
that did it.
different.
It was just different, right? I was like, that's kind of hard. I kind of like the 5 yard every.
I do love how in the 2015 NFL season, the gold 50s on every single field.
But didn't it also kind of like, wasn't it like the same color of the flag?
The flag.
Like,
Oh, I don't remember it being that yellow.
okay.
I just know it's dope because anytime I see a highlight from that season, I go, yeah, good times.
I'd like something a little different on our field. I mean, the Colorado Hill is kind of our like signature thing, which seems like that's getting
Repaved.
yeah, well, definitely repaved. So then probably updated because it still kind of had like an old school look to it. If I were to guess,
What if they put like the mountain, like the flat iron things, like in behind it? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like those lines.
yeah,
No.
you're messing with perfection.
Bro's a
It could
traditionalist.
work. It could work. But what if it doesn't? Like a lot of people don't like the basketball court, and it has that on there.
Oh, I guess I'm overruled then.
I didn't really love it the first time I saw it, like week 1 on the jerseys right here on the shoulders. I didn't really love it right away, but obviously it grew on me as the season on. You know what I'm talking about? The outline of the
I
mountains.
love how it almost like changes colors though.
I know what you're talking about too.
I don't know if I noticed that.
It's on the white jerseys though.
Yeah.
Kind
Oh,
of
it's
changes
like-
the way the sun hits it.
Yeah. It's like from black to gold, I think, right? Or something
I still
like
can't
that.
believe we only wore the gold number black jerseys once last year.
Do you think the gold jerseys come out?
If there are gold jerseys, I think they
If there
come
are,
out.
That's true.
Bro, they got to bring back I think they call them like the chrome domes, the silver johns.
Yeah,
Them are hard, bro.
with
I
the
seen-
buffalo horn.
Yes, I seen like a clip recently from like the all black with the silver tops. Like those are.
Oh, you're
old.
talking about just the regular like silver helmet.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes, that was tough. Yeah, but they also have a throwback helmet that they actually wore back in the day. That's all silver with gold buffalo horn on the side, which is kind of sick. But the jersey they wore with those are terrible, so don't bring those back.
They should rock a helmet with the CU on it, like the
Cliff Branch ones.
yeah,
I liked that helmet. It was cool with the stripe down the middle.
the stripe for sure.
Dion, you weren't feeling it? You played in that, didn't you?
You didn't like them?
I like the stripe, but just the regular C and the U.
I can get with that. I mean, the Buffalo is such a great logo that you don't really need to mess
That's
with it.
true.
If anything comes back from Dion's era, I would say the black ones with the metallic gold old school Ralphie on them. Those were tough.
Yeah. We'll see. We got to get one New Jersey at least, right?
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
You think it's week 1?
It should be
Yeah, I mean, they're going to come out with something.
Friday.
Every
night.
year they've come their best combo is week 1 in my opinion.
Yeah. Last 2 for sure.
I'm a gray guy, bro.
Bro, I love the silvers too.
I love the gray jerseys that they wore last year. Like
Those were-
the Cincinnati ones in particular for the Cincinnati game. Those were so cold to me.
Did they go gray white in that game?
I think so.
Yeah, that was cool. Looked nice.
So hard.
All right, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. We're doing projected starters tomorrow. So
Buckle up.
should be a fun one. See you then, School Buffs.
Go Buffs.
We all silly like the mayor.